It's been a dream of mine to come over here and do this race for a long time. It probably started when I did the race of 1,000 years in Australia back in 2000, driving the Panos. You know, I was keen to try and get back here for Le Mans in 2001. It wasn't possible, you know, to fit into our championship, and it's always been very hard to fit into our championship. Back then I had a relationship with Panos, and you know, it was probably a good enough foot in the door that it might have been able to happen. But you know, just calendar clashes is usually the hard part. Back in 2006, driving with Aston Martin and ProDrive, I had the opportunity to do it. Once again, we had a calendar change and I wasn't able to do it. So to actually make it all happen this year is, you know, is a dream come true. You know, to be here and know that it's a reality now is very special. We don't do a lot of 24-hour races in Australia. You know, we had a 24-hour race at Bathurst back in 2003 and 4. I was lucky enough to do it in 2004 in one of the Holden Monaros, and also fortunate enough to do it with Peter Brock, and you know, we went on to win the race with Greg Murphy and Todd Kelly. So that was a great experience. You know, it's a little bit different coming here though. We were in the quickest car that weekend and had to only look forward, whereas this weekend, you know, there's not many cars in the field that are slower than the GT. So, you know, we do a lot more looking in the mirrors than looking forward. And you know, some cars come up on you very fast. So, you know, one of the big factors this weekend is keeping out of trouble, keeping out of the faster cars' way, and making sure that, you know, you've got a good eye on the mirrors and making room for them in the right areas. We've got some parts that we need to bed in for the race over the next couple of days. You know, depending on whether it's wet or dry, that'll determine whether we use that time to bed or get miles on the track. You know, it's important that I get some more miles in the dry and you know, get right up to speed. You know, so we've just got to try and maximise that time across all three drivers. You know, there is a pretty good plan of, you know, things that we need to go through, and a very limited time. You know, the longest session that we have is 4 hours tomorrow midday, and then from there we have several 2-hour sessions. Some of those are at night. I need to get used to driving the car at night with other much faster cars coming up on me with very strong headlights, from what I believe. So there's several different challenges that you know, we need to get through this week, and that they all require me getting up to speed in those different situations. It's very special. I'd heard a lot about it. You know, when it was announced that I was driving for 8Star here, I had a lot of the guys that I know in WEC and guys that have done Le Mans before and contact me and tell me how great it's going to be and how special this event is and how much I'm going to love it, and the experience has certainly lived up to everything that they've said. I've still got a long week to go though. You know, there's a lot of on-track stuff to come. The parade at the end of the week is very much talked about, the parade through town. So, you know, I'm looking forward to absorbing it all and getting out there and doing the best I can this weekend.